Well, here's the thing, dude. I think that there's a big opportunity within Gears of War to build an audience because there's not a lot of people that are doing it. Like it's like, let me put it to you like this. If you create Call of Duty videos right now and you're just starting out, it's going to be tough to get views, man. It's oversaturated as hell. Gears of War is one of those titles. It's not oversaturated because it's been kind of in this dark age of Gears of War for a while. It just has. Could that change with E-Day? I hope so. I really do. I think when I look at it from a multitude of different standpoints, I just think that Gears needs, it needs the community to really help fuel it over the course of time, whether it's positively or negatively. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I think it's just honest feedback, honest criticism, honest praise, like all that. Like, that's what I think it needs, right? Because then Coalition, if they're going to do the right thing and they're consistently updating, adding things to Reloaded, and then say in a couple of months, what if we all of a sudden get Gears of War 2 and 3? I don't think that's going to happen, but let's just say it did. How wild would that be? I think that Gears of War 2 and 3 are probably going to come out, after E-Day at some point, but you just never know what's getting cooked up in the background, just in the lab, the Coalition. I'm sure they're doing a number of things. One other thing, dude, that I really would love to see though, I think that what the Coalition needs to do, without a shadow of a doubt, with Gears of War E-Day, and I'm not even talking like Reloaded. I mean, I get it to an extent because it was it's a remaster of a remaster and stuff, but I'll tell you, I believe that it could have been I think it would have been really cool if the Coalition flew out about a bunch of creators, wherever it was, Vancouver, or if it was somewhere here in the States, and they had a big, whether it's a LAN tournament or you get some pro players there, you get some creators there playing the new game, showing the new game out, before it's released to everybody else, and really pumping up, kind of like what Battlefield 6 did, where showing a bunch of the creators, hyping up the game, people get Twitch drops and all these different things for watching. Because then you got some of the best players in the world, like pro Gears of War players playing it, and then people see them playing. They're like, holy shit, dude, these guys are unbelievable. This is crazy. This looks really cool. And you build hype that way. If they don't do that with E-Day, it's a massive missed opportunity, and at least in my personal opinion. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that with Gears of War E-Day, they decide to really lean in to the pros, the pro players, and the creators, doing like a big event, which I to be quite honest with you, I believe they will. I think that they are absolutely going to do a pretty big event for Gears of War E-Day. Big launch, big, whatever you want to call it. I think that it's reasonable to expect that. And it is tough, dude. It is tough to be within a community where it just feels like, can something go right? And it just feels like after Judgment, we were in those dark ages, and it just feels like we're kind of in the dark ages again. Now Reloaded gives you that nostalgia feel. And I've said it a number of times. We just got to get to E-Day. Just make it like playable, exciting for people until E-Day. And then, you know what I mean? And so that's just my personal opinion, and I could be wrong, but I really think that the creators who create content around Gears, we need to almost recruit, not even recruit. We need more people to create content around Gears, because really, it just helps the scene as a whole. It just does. And like I said, whether it's good things, bad things, just honest feedback, um, gameplay, news, highlights, like just the future, whatever, dude. There is so much content. Like when a game comes out, there really is so much content to be had around that game. And I think that it's sometimes as a creator, you find it hard to figure out, like after a game's been out for a while, like I know like a number of the creators within Gears of War were having trouble finding content to talk about when it came to Gears 5 because they were shutting down, like, updating the game, servicing it. They shut down Gears esports. It just seemed like all this negative stuff. But Gears of War as a franchise there's so much content within Gears of War. I mean, dude, bro, like, this is Aspo, I don't even know. Aspo Fields. This book alone, this is a #1 New York Times bestseller from Karen Travis. This book is awesome, dude. And there's so much content in this book. And then there's another book, Jacinto's Remnant. And this one, once again, by Karen Travis, has so much content in it. And so I guess what I'm saying is there is so much lore and things to talk about within Gears, like analysis to whether it is, the future of Gears of War, lore, like all kinds of different things. I don't know, dude. I believe that we got to keep the fire burning. At the end of the day, dude, that's all I want to see is I want to see all of my fellow Gears creators succeed, because if they're succeeding, it means I'm succeeding too. And we can all grow this thing fucking together, which is what I want. It just feels like it's kind of a small pact, right? Now, I think getting Icy in here, a Gears Pro who's won like, I think 15 championships, maybe it was 10 championships. I can't quite remember, but like getting Icy to do like, bro, I'm like, okay, I know he's a retired pro now. Maybe he'll return with Gears of War E-Day. But I don't know, dude. That's definitely, I'm very excited, like just to see guys like him, and hopefully he inspires others to do the same thing.